There's an old saying, if you want something, pursue it to the end and never give up. While this perspective is widely embraced, it also brings with it an unseen pressure we place on ourselves. The philosophy of Stoicism, an ancient school of thought, offers a different viewpoint. Not everything in life needs to be forced or controlled. Reflect on the times you've tried to manage every detail to achieve a specific outcome. Perhaps you gave your all, investing your heart and soul into a job or relationship, only to find that the harder you pushed, the more complicated and out of reach things became. These setbacks not only drain you physically, but also leave you with deep-seated insecurity and disappointment. This doesn't imply that you're inadequate or unworthy. Sometimes it's because we're forcing life to bend to our will, forgetting that life flows like a river. Living without forcing things isn't easy, especially in a world that constantly demands and imposes standards of success and happiness. However, by embracing the principles of Stoicism, you'll find that life becomes lighter and more meaningful when you no longer feel the need to control everything. Let me guide you through 10 methods to help you live a more meaningful and peaceful life. These practices will not only reduce stress and anxiety, but will also allow you to find joy and satisfaction in every moment of life. Before we dive in, I have a small challenge for you. Watch this video until the end, absorb every part of it, and then apply what you've learned to your life. A week later, come back here and share the changes you've noticed. Leave a comment saying "go with the flow" below, so I know you're ready to explore the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Get ready, because your journey of life discovery starts now. Number 1. Live fully in the present. In Stoic philosophy, living fully in the present is a key principle that helps us find peace and happiness. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." This quote reminds us that time is finite and precious, and only the present moment is truly within our grasp. Living fully in the present means focusing entirely on what's happening now, feeling and experiencing each moment deeply. This practice not only reduces stress and anxiety about the future, but also allows you to enjoy the simple pleasures of daily life. Picture yourself sitting under an ancient tree, listening to the birds sing, and feeling a gentle breeze on your skin. You can immerse yourself completely in that moment without worrying about unfinished tasks or distant plans. Have you ever sat next to a loved one, only to realize you were entirely caught up in other thoughts, missing the precious moment at hand? Ask yourself, how many simple joys have you missed because your mind was elsewhere? By living fully in the present, we enrich our own lives and bring peace and joy to those around us. To live fully in the present, ask yourself, what is happening right now? And how can I enjoy this moment to the fullest? These questions will help you return to the present, reduce distractions, and feel a deeper connection to the world around you. Practice this daily, whether you're eating, working, or simply breathing. Paying attention to each small action will help you appreciate the value of every moment. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day for meditation, calming your mind and returning to yourself. Let go of worries and pressures and enjoy each present moment. Number 2, understand the impermanence of life. Life is constantly changing, and that change is the only constant. No man ever steps in the same river twice. Philosopher Heraclitus once said, emphasizing the continuous transformation of all things. In our daily lives, we often cling to stability, wishing for everything to remain the same. But can we really resist the natural flow of time and change? Impermanence is not just a philosophical concept, but an inevitable reality of life. Think about the times you've tried to hold on to a positive emotion or avoid a negative one. Have you noticed that all emotions, whether joy or sorrow, eventually pass? Understanding this helps us appreciate the present moments and avoid being swept away by anxiety or disappointment. A concrete example of life's impermanence is the change of seasons. Spring brings new life, summer is full of energy and vigor, autumn is gentle and romantic, and winter is cold but prepares for a new spring. Similarly, our lives have their own cycles. Everything changes, And it's this change that brings balance and richness to life. Understanding and accepting impermanence helps us become more patient and resilient in any situation. When faced with difficulties, instead of worrying and panicking, remind yourself, this is just a part of the journey and it will pass. This way you can focus on what you can control and do your best. Impermanence teaches us the value of gratitude. When we recognize that everything can change, we begin to appreciate what we have more deeply, even the smallest things in our daily lives. Ask yourself, what can I be grateful for in my life today? The question for us is, how can we live harmoniously with this impermanence? One approach suggested by Stoic philosophy is the practice of acceptance. When we accept that everything happens for a reason and that we cannot control everything, we will feel more relieved and at peace. Let's move on to the next lesson to understand this better. Number 3, the power of acceptance. Acceptance is not simply about resignation or giving up, it's about having the inner strength to face every situation with calmness and clarity. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The power of acceptance lies in this ability." Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation, perhaps losing a job, a broken relationship, or a serious illness. Our initial reaction is often resistance, denial, and an attempt to change reality. But have you ever asked yourself, what would happen if I stopped resisting and started accepting? Acceptance is not surrender, it's about understanding the nature of the situation and finding a wiser way to confront it. Acceptance does not mean giving up on dreams or ceasing to strive. On the contrary, it helps us see more clearly what truly matters and realign our goals. For instance, when a job opportunity doesn't come as expected, instead of feeling disappointed, accept that it's part of the journey and continue seeking other opportunities. Acceptance makes us more flexible and resilient in the face of life's changes. It brings inner peace by freeing us from the whirlwind of negative emotions, such as anger, anxiety, or fear. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you accepted everything as it is without trying to change or control it? Could you find more ease and serenity within yourself? Acceptance does not make us weak, rather, it gives us the strength to face every challenge calmly and confidently. Acceptance is not a passive act, but a conscious choice to live more fully and peacefully. It's how we harmonize with the flow of life, facing every difficulty and challenge without being swept into the vortex of dissatisfaction and stress. Challenge yourself, and you will see how the power of acceptance can truly transform your life. Number 4, learn to let go. Learning to let go is one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy, a philosophy that teaches us to live in peace and contentment with life. Letting go doesn't mean giving up everything or becoming passive, it means understanding and accepting that some things are beyond our control. Imagine you're holding a hot stone tightly. You know that if you keep holding on, you'll get burned, but if you let go, you'll feel light and comfortable. Life is similar. There are pains and difficulties we must learn to let go of to find peace. Have you ever wondered why you hold on to sadness, anger, and disappointment? These negative emotions not only hurt you, but also prevent you from living a happy and meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When we let go of unnecessary burdens, our minds become lighter and freer. This doesn't mean giving up on everything, but rather being selective and holding on to what truly matters. Letting go is a way to cleanse our souls, much like tidying up a room, removing items that no longer serve us to make the space more airy and bright. The act of letting go can be applied to many aspects of life. You can let go of toxic relationships, unrealistic expectations, or worries about the future. You can let go of past mistakes and learn to forgive yourself. Ask yourself, what is preventing me from living a happy and meaningful life? What can I let go of to make room for better things? Learning to let go is not an easy journey, but it will lead you to true freedom and peace. Remember, letting go is not giving up, it is accepting and appreciating what you have. Do you agree with this perspective? If so, don't hesitate to like the video. If not, share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss further. Now, let's move on to lesson number 5. Number 5, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is not just about focusing on what's happening around you. It's also about being deeply aware of your own emotions and thoughts without judgment. It helps us live fully in the present, reduces stress and anxiety, and thereby achieves peace and satisfaction in life. Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This statement emphasizes that mindfulness helps us control our minds, which is the key to inner peace and happiness. Picture yourself sitting on the shore of a peaceful lake. The surface of the lake reflects the sky and surrounding trees, but when the wind blows, the water surface becomes disturbed, causing the reflection to blur. Our mind is like that lake. Mindfulness helps us calm our mind and see everything more clearly. Mindfulness also helps us recognize and accept our own emotions, whether they are positive or negative, without being controlled by them. Think about a time when you felt angry, upset, or worried. How did those emotions affect your thoughts and actions? Practicing mindfulness will help you recognize and accept those emotions without letting them dominate your life. Mindfulness practice can start with something as simple as focusing on your breath. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and notice how the breath enters and leaves your body. When you find yourself getting distracted, gently bring your focus back to your breath. This simple practice will help you build the habit of living mindfully, and gradually you will be able to apply it to other aspects of your life. Practice mindfulness not only during meditation but also in your daily activities, such as when eating, working, or walking. By paying attention to the present moment, you will notice the subtle details that you may have overlooked. Living mindfully is a powerful tool to help us find peace and contentment within ourselves. Number 6, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is a simple but extremely powerful practice that can transform our lives, helping us find happiness and satisfaction in even the smallest things. Stoic philosophy teaches us to appreciate what we have and to focus on the positive aspects of life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." This quote reminds us that life is full of beauty and wonder. And when we focus on these things, we can feel the warmth and peace that come from a grateful heart. Have you ever felt that life was unfair or that you lacked what others have? These thoughts often make us feel unhappy and dissatisfied. However, when we shift our focus to what we have, even the smallest things, we can feel a sense of satisfaction and happiness. Cultivating gratitude is like watering a plant. It helps it grow and bloom. The more we practice gratitude, the more we find reasons to be thankful. Think about what you have today that you once longed for. These could be material things, relationships, or even experiences that have brought you happiness and fulfillment. Gratitude is not just about thanking others, it's also about thanking yourself for your efforts and achievements. By practicing gratitude, we can connect more deeply with ourselves and others. Gratitude can be practiced daily by reflecting on what you're thankful for. You can write down 3 things you're grateful for every day, and over time you'll notice a positive change in your mindset and attitude toward life. Number 7, find purpose and meaning. Finding purpose and meaning in life is a profound and essential aspect of living a fulfilling and satisfying life. Stoic philosophy teaches us to seek out and live in accordance with our values and principles. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do, said Epictetus, highlighting the importance of knowing who we are and what we stand for. Having a clear sense of purpose gives us direction and motivation, helping us overcome challenges and difficulties in life. Finding purpose doesn't mean discovering some grand mission. It can be as simple as knowing what makes you feel truly alive and connected to the world around you. What brings you joy and satisfaction? What activities make you feel most fulfilled? These are clues that can help you identify your purpose. Once you find your purpose, you'll feel more focused and driven in life. You'll have the motivation to face challenges and setbacks because you know what you're working toward. Remember, purpose is not something you have to figure out overnight. It's a journey of self-discovery. Your purpose may change over time, and that's okay. What's important is that you stay true to yourself and continue to explore what gives your life meaning. Purpose is what gives us strength and resilience, helping us overcome life's storms. It's what helps us maintain a positive attitude and continue moving forward, no matter what challenges we face. Number 8, embrace change. Change is an inevitable part of life, and learning to embrace it is essential for our personal growth and happiness. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept change and adapt to it with grace and resilience. Change is not something that should be feared, but something that should be embraced. For in change we find the opportunity for growth and transformation, said Marcus Aurelius. This quote reminds us that change is not something to resist, but something to welcome, as it brings new opportunities and experiences into our lives. Think about a time when you resisted change, whether it was a new job, a move, or a shift in a relationship. How did that resistance affect you? Did it cause stress, anxiety, or frustration? On the other hand, have you ever embraced change and found that it led to personal growth or new opportunities? When we embrace change, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences that can enrich our lives. Change can be difficult, especially when it takes us out of our comfort zone. However, it's through change that we learn, grow, and evolve. Embracing change requires us to be flexible and adaptable, but it also allows us to discover new strengths and abilities we may not have known we had. Ask yourself, what changes are happening in my life right now, and how can I embrace them? By approaching change with an open mind and a positive attitude, you'll find that it can lead to new opportunities and growth. Number 9, practice compassion. Compassion is a core principle of Stoic philosophy, and it involves showing kindness and understanding to ourselves and others. By practicing compassion, we can cultivate a sense of connection and empathy, leading to a more peaceful and harmonious life. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself, said Marcus Aurelius, emphasizing the importance of compassion and understanding in our interactions with others. This quote reminds us that we should be kind and forgiving toward others, while also holding ourselves to high standards of integrity and discipline. Think about a time when someone showed you compassion. How did it make you feel? Did it bring you comfort and support during a difficult time? Now, think about a time when you showed compassion to someone else. How did it affect your relationship with that person? Compassion is a powerful tool that can strengthen our relationships and bring us closer to others. Compassion also involves being kind and understanding toward ourselves. We often hold ourselves to high standards and can be harsh when we fall short. However, practicing self-compassion means acknowledging our imperfections and treating ourselves with kindness and understanding. By doing so, we can reduce feelings of guilt and self-criticism and cultivate a greater sense of self-worth and inner peace. Compassion can be practiced in many ways, whether through acts of kindness, offering a listening ear, or simply being present for someone in need. It's also important to practice self-compassion by taking care of our own needs and well-being. By cultivating compassion, we can create a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves and others. Let's move on to the final lesson. Number 10, live with integrity. Living with integrity means staying true to your values and principles, even when faced with challenges or temptations. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live with integrity and to always strive to do what is right, regardless of the circumstances. Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect, said Marcus Aurelius, emphasizing the importance of integrity in our lives. This quote reminds us that living with integrity is not just about following rules or meeting expectations, but about staying true to ourselves and our values. Integrity is what guides our actions and decisions, helping us stay on the right path, even when faced with difficult choices. It's what gives us the strength to stand up for what we believe in and to do what is right, even when it's not the easiest or most convenient option. Living with integrity also means being honest and transparent in our interactions with others. It's about building trust and respect by staying true to our word and following through on our commitments. By living with integrity, we can cultivate a sense of self-respect and inner peace, knowing that we are living in accordance with our values. Ask yourself, what are my core values and how can I live with integrity every day? By staying true to your values and principles, you can live a more fulfilling and meaningful life, guided by a strong sense of purpose and direction.